Hey everybody, it's Wisp, and I've decided that it is about time I talk about Chloe and Louis from Fire Emblem Engage. They seem like they're going to be fun, so why has it taken me so long? The answer, there's really no answer. Okay, so Louis is first. He is our knight, and first impression looking at this guy. The closed eyes and the smile show he might be a very relaxed character, probably easygoing. I'm thinking of someone like Stahl. Kellum also has the closed eyes, and he's not as characteristically easygoing, but he's a pretty soft guy. Louis is a palace knight from the kingdom of Fyrene, same as we've been so far. He's a gentle servant wearing massive armor. He always pays attention to how his friends are faring and seems happy whenever he sees them at peace. Okay, so Fyrene we're kind of getting a very kind-hearted feel for, I think, with Alfred being hedonistic. Alfred seeks happiness for all those around him, and Louis he wants his friends to be at peace. So you're getting this calm and serene kind of feeling from Fyrene. It's a spring kingdom bursting into new life. Maybe those kinds of things make sense. Maybe that makes them an easy target. Maybe that's why there are early game recruits. They're going to be the first to get invaded or something. I don't know for sure, but it does seem like those kind of characters could play off of each other. That might be a big thing in this culture. People might be really pushing to see everyone just be relaxed and be happy and take care. This is a class that I very commonly use early game to build a wall, and I tend to drop units that are in this class. That's not at all about hate for the characters. A lot of great characters are in the class. It's just the knight classes with the heavy armor don't typically do it for me. However, Louis does have some animations that look pretty clean, and so I think that in this game where maps look a little bit smaller anyway, a slower paced gameplay with using characters like this could be a nice new thing for me. I haven't typically needed it in Fire Emblem. Sometimes on my really big challenge runs, like the Lunatic Plus runs and stuff, I have used this as a class to divert attention and just kind of tried to clear the boss before that character died. Um, so yeah, this class turns into bait for me quite often, which is horrible, I know, but that's where I'm at. New heavy armors can be fun because they can bring new things to the game. When I'm looking at the emblem wheel for this game, it doesn't look like we have a heavy armor character. I'm wondering if Ike will take that role, but I think he's our only axe user too. So I don't know if that's really going to be any good for him either. Maybe Byleth, I don't know why Byleth would, but in Smash, Byleth was a very slow character. That is definitely of some interest to me. Will engaging work for heavy armor classes? You don't have to be the same class, I don't think, but typically we've seen the engaging be characters who do fit. You can definitely wear a ring, but I don't know if you have an engage form if you're different classes. So heavy armor might have to engage with someone like Sigurd, maybe being on the horse, and heavy armor, and then you'd become a great knight on a horse. Yeah, I would like to see who he could pair with. I like his personality so far. He has a short conversation with Alir where he reveals himself to be a very nice guy, a nice person who likes people watching, but he's watching them to make sure that everyone's okay. People are going where they want. Friendly guy. Maybe misguided. Maybe it'll be kind of creepy at times. I'm sure because Fire Emblem supports love to really play up how creepy the characters can be. So I think it'll be funny, but I do think he's probably a good person at the end of the day. And hopefully, in the name of trying to be funny, they don't turn that into a really creepy trait, because I could see Fire Emblem going that route. Alright, and then the other character, Chloe. The reason I'm grouping these two is because they seem to be connected to Celine, because they seem to appear on the other side of a map where you first recruit Celine, and I think that we could be helping her find her two friends. Maybe they're both knights under her employment, maybe they're retainers, I don't exactly know. Chloe is a Pegasus knight, or a Lance Pegasus user. I'm a fan of her design. I think most people are going to be fans of her design. And I feel like she's going to be a good person, because usually the early game Pegasus knights are maybe not always the most interesting characters, but they're typically, at the very least, good people, and that's nice. So Chloe is a palace knight from the kingdom of Fyrene. She's easygoing and adores her liege, Princess Celine. So she actually kind of is a retainer. I don't know about Louis, but she definitely is. She loves fairy tales and pretty scenery and is always, wow, is always seeking a picturesque combination of the two. So she just wants life to be beautiful. Like I said, the fiery characters all seem like they're very, I mean, maybe they're kind of fairy tale princes and princesses, and that's the problem. Like I said, maybe that makes them easy targets. Even the non-royals are kind of the fairy tale princess sort of people. Louis, fairy tale prince, wants people to be at peace. And then Chloe, she wants life to feel like a fairy tale. She wants beautiful scenery. Makes sense why she flies too, because those sky views are amazing. Your battle animations are great. I've got nothing bad to say. Her and Celine have a quick conversation. She calls Celine adorable, and they decide to go get some tea together, flying there on the Pegasus. Not too much is revealed about her in that, but she does clearly adore Celine. She likes her liege, and so a good relationship between them two is good. Fates, all of the nobles and retainers had pretty solid relationships, so that's not anything that's surprising, but it's nice. So far, I'm pretty into this cast. They we until we get their supports, I don't know how deep or in depth they'll be. So I'm kind of just going off of their big trait. But that's what Awakening did as well. Each character kind of had one or two huge traits, and then obviously main characters had a lot more. But Awakening characters tend to have like one or two traits, and that wasn't totally a bad thing. I mean, they were still very memorable, they were very fun, and I'm attached to a lot of those characters. I think that coming off the heels of a game like Three Houses, where things were often dark and didn't always need to be dark, like not everyone needed to be sad, but Three Houses, that was the style they were going for. Everyone had like a deeper story behind them. And it was great, but I think that I'm really okay with these characters having one or two big quirks, and that kind of defines their supports. Hopefully they can do it in ways that don't start to get stale or don't get like really used and rehashed in bad ways. I think the brighter look to the characters and what I'm guessing will be a couple of traits really pushing them the whole way other than main characters. That's really okay with me. I think that for the supporting cast, yes, that makes them less popular than Three Houses, but not every group needs to be that in depth. I think a smaller core cast and a lot of characters with these really memorable personalities, that does it for me. Especially with the class system coming back and every character has like their select classes they can be part of. It has me really excited for who these people are going to be. Yeah, so far I'm really liking this direction for Fire Emblem Engage. And I'm sure the characters will reveal a lot more and be deeper in their supports. But until then, this is okay. This is fine. This is good for me. I'm looking forward to hearing about more characters for sure, especially outside of Fiery, and I'd like to start to get to know the other nobles and close characters to them. And then there's the Axe guy who we know nothing about, despite having seen him like all the way back in Alfred's bio. So it's interesting, but we're running low on characters who we've seen before. We've got I think two more now. So something's cooking. I'm actually really excited about what's gonna come next. So yeah, thank you everybody so much for your time today. I can't wait to hear more tidbits about this game. And until the next time I see you, thank you.